Now see here, you bumbling fools. It is I, King Flabbergast, here to give you your episode recap and introduction. In last week's episode, the fool known as Max Dougal dared to enter my presence. I was ready for him, his party, and whatever they tried to throw my way. However, what I didn't prepare for was his stupidity. You saw it too. I'm not wrong. The man completely disregarded the scene, looked down at the tape, which you should never do. He overacted, forgot lines, and a complete lack of respect towards me. And not to mention, cutting mid-performance and asking me what to do. What the hell? I was beyond peeved, but I put my bony foot down and set the record straight for him and his annoying narrator, who at the moment is being dealt with by my group of dancing monkeys. When I corrected and shifted the scene back to its originally intended purpose, I was rudely interrupted again by Max's party members, who crashed a defaced float that was meant to look like the beautiful mountains, but was turned into a buttocks. They then proceeded to overlap my scene yet again with their relentless dribble. Luckily, I was able to get my introduction off because I am what's known as a true showman, and then I was ignored. But don't worry, I was able to ensure they would have to deal with my wrath. A few drops of ooze to separate and deal with them, while Max rushed over to his demise, where he is currently standing, right in front of my big toe. With that in mind, that's the end of the recap. And now, folks, I welcome you to the new episode. Welcome to episode 21, Royal Rumble! Huh? Stupid monkeys don't know how to dance. I had to give them a proper lesson. It's a good thing I went to the most prestigious dance school in all of London. Hold on a minute. King Flabbergast? What are you doing in my booth? And why is there a thumbnail on display? Did you take my introduction? Oh, why I oughta... Oh, sugar honey iced tea. I best be going. See you fools in the Royal Rumble. Hell hath no fury like a mad king that has only been mentioned several times and now gets his screen time to show off his unruliness. Like being in my booth, somehow. He stands in a giant form, looking down at Max like he's an ant and lifts his gigantic bony foot. I'm going to crush you like the insignificant little bug that you are, Max. Ha! He proceeds to stomp down on Max, crashing into the boss battle room. A few seconds later, though, his bony foot cracks and he lifts it up in pain. Full counter! Max parried the attack at a precise moment, thwarting the king's stomp attack, and instead reflected the damage back at him. I didn't know he could do that. I thought his stats were 0. Ow, 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 my toe. Wait, my foot, sorry. The king grabs his foot in pain and hops in a small circle. It's now Max's turn to attack. He must use one of the 4 options available to him. Attack, use spell, use item, or run. I wonder which he'll use. What is that infernal annoying sound? Wait, don't tell me. He's actually choosing the option to run in the middle of a final boss battle? Is he an imbecile? Max, stop trying to run, you foolish coward, and fight the king, you big baby bitch! Max gives up on trying to run, thank you, and uses the attack option, thank God. He does a standard animation of himself swinging his sword at the king's foot. Yeah, it hits, but only does 1 damage. Not sure if the king could even feel that. Speaking of, the king stops hopping and looks down at Max, who nicked his foot. Not pleased that Max took a swing at him, the king puts his foot down and goes down to give Max a big bony flick. Alright, screw you! The flick hits Max, dealing 5 hit points of damage and knocks him down. Oh, jeez! With Max down, the king gets an advantage and gets another turn. He claps his hands together and uses a spell to channel his power. That ends his turn and still leaves Max in a pickle. Outside the main boss fight, Max's party members are stuck in their own struggles before they can assist Max. Callus is stuck fending off 5 retirement agents, the same agents that he's been avoiding his entire senior life.
Get off me, you stupid retirement agents! I don't want your pamphlets, your goodies, your chairs with wheels. Just get away from me!
Meanwhile, Magnus is stuck trying to take something from an oblivious old woman with his negative sneak skills. This stupid old lady is actually really nimble. It'll take more than just my mountain-moving abilities to get past her. And lastly, Flipper already looks crestfallen, as he is yet to roll higher than a 5. Oh my god, he sucks. He needs to beat a 12 to pass. His RNG is terrible, and is likely to be there for the longest out of the 3 of them.
I can't roll higher than a 5! What's wrong with me?
With that short recap, let us return to Max, who has recovered from his down state. He gets up and chooses the use spell option. Amazingly, his list of spells is near infinite. Holy crap, look at the scroll wheel. It's so small, it's like a tic-tac. But they're all blacked out. Somehow he knows every single spell to have ever existed in this world, but lacks the mana to use a single one. The irony is hilariously bad. With that option being useless, Max backs out and uses attack option once again, because it's his only one. He runs up and swings his sword at the king's foot. This time, his attack doesn't hit. Somehow. Ouch! Seeing the folly of Max, the king laughs at him and prepares his attack as his turn comes up. He brings his big, bony hand over Max and points his index finger down at him. A bolt of lightning strikes from his finger and crashes down on Max. He has lost 8 points of health and is paralyzed by the lightning. Oh no.
Foolish boy! You can't see that you're no match for me.
With Max now in grave danger, his party members see his state and put up more of a fight. Callus channels his inner grandpa and goes super senile on the retirement agents.
My boy needs me! Can't you see I'm in the middle of something, you damn pests? I don't need to retire!
But sir, given your age, it would be in your best interest to retire. Yes, you have lived a full life. Now is the time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of your life. And where better to do it than at ye old resting home?
Oh, I'll show you who's old! When I'm done with you young whippersnappers, you'll be begging to be in a home of your own to recover.
Please, sir, there is no need for that attitude or violence. If you do not comply with us, we'll have to use force to carry you away.
Just put down the cane, calm down, and come with us to an oasis of bliss and joy.
Stay away from me, you heathens!
Come on, Gramps, we haven't got all day. Just give up and retire already. Callus goes full senile rage and takes his cane/staff and bonks one of the retirement agents on the head, eliminating it. Ha-ha! The other agents back away, and Callus jumps up and does a flip over them and does a leg sweep to knock 2 more agents down. Holy crap, he can move. What's his acrobatics skill? The other 2 jumped over his sweep, but jump away because they see Callus isn't done yet. With the 2 agents down, he points his cane at the 2 and blasts them away. Oh no! Ouchie, so uncivilized. Heh, you got a lot to learn. With only 2 agents left, Callus wastes no time on them. He fires out more spells at them, but they dodge and circle him. They near him and ready to combine their attacks together to fight back, but Callus knows how to avoid their attack. He drops his staff and lifts his robe, exposing his wrinkly, hairy legs. Oh, God, the humanity! One of the agents stops and screams in terror, looking like that painting. You know the one I'm talking about, and puddles away.
Oh, man!
With only 1 agent left, Callus stays on top by channeling his inner Jean-Claude Van Damme Bloodsport moment. He closes his eyes and waits for the agent to near him, and as it comes at him with a fist of fury from the last agent, Callus catches his fist and holds it. The agent looks shocked, but not nearly enough from what's going to happen next. Still holding the agent's hand, Callus drops and does the splits. Holy crap! He then screams out as he unleashes a fatal fury attack in the form of an uppercut to the agent's groin. The agent is
is launched a few inches off the ground and puddles away midair.
Callus has won against the agents, but instead of celebrating, he turns to more important matters.
I'm coming next. Just as soon as I can figure how the heck I can recover from doing the splits. Give me a minute, please.
Over on Flipper's side, he is hunched over the table with a look of defeat. Oh no.
I can't do it! It can't be done! It's impossible!
In the middle of the table lays the die, with the last roll landing on an 8.
I got an 8!
Well, at least you beat the 5. Flipper falls to his knees while his hands hang on the table. From the distance, the king laughs out again as he has fun with Max in his paralyzed state. Flipper hears the king's laugh and squeezes onto the table and musters his strength again.
I'm coming, Max!
He pulls himself up and reaches out to grab the die. He shakes the die in his hand and tosses it into the table. It rolls, bounces off the edge, spins, and then lands on a 10. That's good. You're close, Flipper. Don't worry. Keep at it. He reaches for the die again and rolls again. This time, he gets a 7. Again, he doesn't give up. He rolls again, lands a 1. Oh, dear God.
Dang it, a 1!
But he doesn't give up. Okay, good for him, I guess. He grabs the dice again, rolls a 6. That's better than a 1. Anything's better than a 1.
6, that's better.
Rolls again, gets an 11. Frustrated.
11, that's close.
Rolls again, gets a 3. Even more frustrated. 3! Flipper loses his control, grabs the die, and rips it into the table. It rips and breaks through the table and digs into the ground underneath, boring through the Earth's core. Well, it's not really Earth, but you get what I mean. When the smoke clears from the small crater, he then looks through the hole to see the die landed on a 12.
Huzzah! I did it! A 12!
But the table spells out to him, that doesn't count. You need to beat a 12.
What? No, that's bullshit! It's 12 or higher! I've read the handbook!
The table speaks, nuh-uh.
Oh, you stupid... Alright, now listen here, you stupid table! I know that I've bested you, but if you will not concede to defeat so easily, then you leave me with no choice but to pull out the handbook and read it out loud to you.
Flipper reaches into the back of his suit and fetches out a D&D 5th edition handbook. Where the hell did he get 5th? We started on the 1st edition on episode 18, but whatever. The 5th edition handbook, and flips it to the rules, and then flips to the text and reads it out loud.
Ah, right here. Rolling the same number as the target's AC, in this case the target is you, the table, and the AC being 12, means the attack or roll is considered successful. What do you think of that, stupid table?
Oh, clever frog you are, Flipper. After proving himself, Flipper closes the book and puts it away, then looks down at the table, smug as a bug. A few seconds later, the table reads out, well, shit. Shortly after, it oozes away, and Flipper wins! He has bested the RNG gods! Yes!
Now onward to Callus, then Max!
Now free, he rushes over to Callus and help him up. Then the two go to Max's aid.
Come on, old man, get up!
Oh, thank you, Flipper. Awfully nice of you to help your seniors. We're coming, Max. Eventually.
Meanwhile, back in Magnus's trial, or whatever the hell you'd call this distraction, Magnus has already failed many, many times. Just like Flipper. But seeing as how I'm already, 4 pages in, and there's still plenty left in this episode to do, I'm gonna cut it short. Magnus makes a bold decision. He gets up, huffing and puffing like a raging bull, but recovers as quickly as he can. I must go to Max. He needs me. He then slaps himself twice to psych himself up. Okay, let's do this. Once he is psyched up, he yells intensely, I'm coming, Max! The old lady remains oblivious to his yelling and keeps an eye on them fake apples, because, I don't know, the red is good or the products are expensive but good? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not an Apple fan. Magnus runs as fast as he can with his big, bulky body and guns it towards the old lady. He runs full steam ahead at her and reaches for her purse and grabs it, yanking it from her neck, and runs off with it, effectively stealing it unstealthily. Who would have thought? Wait for me! Even though Magnus was successful in stealing from the old lady, it was not stealthily, but as I previously mentioned, there's still plenty for me to narrate, as well as a lot of fighting, so he wins and runs to Max. Back in the main boss fight, the king gets another turn.
Must stop him from laughing.
His 8th, as a matter of fact, and uses it to continuously taunt Max instead of him, or something else that would be more effective.
Thanks for the idea, you stupid narrating fool.
Turn 9 for the king starts, as Max is still paralyzed. He reaches down and readies to flick again, this time killing him. But his finger nears Max, and a blast interrupts attack! Huh? It's Callus, Flipper, and not too far behind, Magnus, holding the purse. Hello, everyone. They have finally arrived!
Hey, how did you do that?
Not to fear, Max. We're finally here.
We got your back, Max. Now let us work together to finally beat this big old oaf.
Yeah, we can't let you have all the fun. Oh, by the way, use this. Magnus reaches into Max's potion and pours one of his potions down Max's throat. Do that carefully, please, Magnus. Max's jaw is not a mountain. Max's HP is restored, and he is cured as of... What? He's cured of his paralysis. How the hell does a basic health potion do that? Whew, that was close. I thought it was a goner there. Thanks for the assist, fellas. Max smiles and nods to his party members. They all get ready and open the floor to a freestyle combat. Max and his party line up side by side.
Hold on a minute.
Wait, what?
You have disrupted the flow of how this battle is supposed to go. It's still my turn, and I'm going to flick one of you. I don't care who.
Shut up, King. Huh? Okay, I guess, am I in the middle or the top? Where do I go? Do I go up the top or the bottom? Because I'm very big.
Oh, I think I'll be in position number 2.
Where's up?
I guess we'll listen to King Flabbergast. Max and his party lined up side by side and wait for their turn. I guess it's now turn-based instead of open freestyle. I was going for Yakuza, but I guess we're going for Persona. The king closes his eyes and points a finger over Max, but switches between them and, well, chanting a musing rhyme.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
He stops his finger pointed at Flipper. He smiles, then flicks Flipper.
Hi-ya!
You bastard!
Flipper's turn is next. He responds by dashing up to the king's foot and lunges a flurry of stabs. Ow! All attacks hit and dealing a whopping 10 damage. Finally, something good. The king grunts in pain. Up next is Callus.
If you guys can cover me, then I can hit him with a fire blaster that'll melt his ass off.
The others nod and try to cover for Callus as he prepares his fire blaster attack. I hope he remembers the incantating words.
Wait, what's the incantation again?
Up next is Magnus, and all he does is flex and say his signature annoying tagline. Hoo-ha! Magnus the mountain mover! Ooh, wait, whoa, I wasn't bothered by that. Instead of being annoyed, the team is fired up and gains a boost of strength. Hell yeah!
Ooh, I feel strong.
I'm invigorated.
Last up is Max, and with the boost in power, he takes his sword and goes for a swing to the king's shin. He hits and lands a critical of a 2. Yes, a 2. Now it's the top of the order, with King Flabbergast beginning with a sweep attack that hits everyone for 5 damage using his backhand. Callus is left low on HP, while the others are okay. Flipper uses his turn to do a jumping strike. He jumps and strikes. And hits for 5 damage on the same shin that Max hit.
Oh, my shin!
Up next is Magnus, and he uses his big hands to do a smash attack on the king's toes. He hits for 14 damage. God damn! Ow! Next is Max, and he uses another potion to heal Callus. Lastly, it's Callus who remembered the incantation and starts the first line.
Pitter-patter! I remembered it.
The king goes next with another sweep attack, dealing 5 damage to everyone except for Max. Next is Flipper. He does some sort of dance and gyrates, which makes everyone more agile, boosting their evasion.
Hey, we're now elusive.
Max goes for another attack, but misses. Epically.
Oh, damn it, I managed to stab my toe.
Callus says part 2 of the incantation.
Destroy all matter!
And Magnus goes for a charging attack, which lands for a critical of 20 damage. Yes! Here I go! His charge attack breaks the king's ankle, having him fall. Holy moly! He's going to need to see a doctor.
Oh God, I'm falling! Oh God, I'm falling!
The king can no longer stand, but remains in the fight, laying on his chest and using his upper arms as support.
Round 2, fight!
He enrages and opens his mouth and bellows out a gassy horror that does 15 damage to everyone. All members' HP are in the yellow. It's critical, folks. Max is top of the turn again and goes into his bag to get a potion of strength and tosses it to Magnus. On Magnus's turn, he chugs the potion and instantly feels powered up and smashes the ground. Oh! Fissure! The ground splits towards the king and hits him, dealing 9 damage? What the f-
9 damage that didn't even tickle.
Flipper goes next with another flurry on his belly, dealing 10 damage. I'm the stubbiest.
So, wait.
He causes a fissure, cracking the floor, hurting the king's belly, does 9 damage. Flipper does a flurry of stabs with a little rapier and does 10. Screw you.
Ow! That little frog hurt with 10 damage, though.
Callus is next and finishes his incantation, but he can't cast until it's his 4th turn.
With this, fire blaster!
The king goes next with a flick to Flipper, incapacitating him. Max immediately uses his last potion on Flipper and heals him. After his turn ends, both Flipper and Magnus boost the party again and wait for Callus. He takes his aim and forms the fireball, and soon blasting the king, dealing the last remaining 30 damage to him. The king falls and shrinks back to his normal state and struggles to get up. The team surrounds him and readies to finish him off like they did in Avengers. It's over, king. We've busted you, evil king.
Young fool you are.
He looks up at each of them and smirks. Uh-oh.
You think you have bested me? Have you never seen this happen before? I will now use the hidden ace up in my sleeve.
The king blasts everyone away, weakening them and stealing their power.
I'm stronger than ever before.
He then gets up and goes mad berserk and goes on a spree, taking out everyone all at once. He grabs Max's sword and snaps it in half, then swats him away. Magnus tries to brawl with him, but the king stole his strength, so he is easily overpowered.
I'll never let you win, King. Why are you beating me? Uh-oh.
You're a big lad, but I have your muscles.
He knees Magnus in the gut 3 times and tosses him aside. Oh no.
Get out of my way.
He then goes to Callus, who is already weak and frail, so all he does is kick over his cane and watches him fall.
What are you gonna do, old man?
Stop right there, King, or I'll have...
That's what I thought.
That's rude.
Then lastly, Flipper uses his stolen speed to zip behind him.
Come here, you frog.
Grab him by his lips and then grabs his tongue and flings him around. Bunga, 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 bunga.
I've never seen this in SpongeBob before.
When he was done, the last of Max's party has been dispatched, like the hit game. And he laughs, but what he wasn't expecting was Max to recover and fight back so soon. Yes, Max. Max jumps on his back and does something? I don't know what he was trying to achieve by strangling a skeleton. He's already dead. What is cutting his airflow going to do? The king runs back and bashes into a wall and crushes Max. That's gotta hurt with the spinal cord, the bones went right in your back. That's gotta hurt. Max falls and screams in pain. He tries to get up to continue the fight, but he only manages to get up on one knee, and he stays like that.
I've won! You foolish boy! You thought you could defeat me? I am king! No one can beat me! I will admit, you came the closest to doing something, but still, your efforts are in vain. When I dispose of you, there will be changes that'll make anyone never dare to cross me again.
You monster! I'll stop you!
I'd like to see you try while you're in that state.
I still have the element of surprise! Max painstakingly raises his fist to the king, but barely rose above his own head. The king looks at it, weakly, clenched fist, and nods in disappointment.
And what would that be? Are you going to break out in a song and dance? Use the power of friendship to overcome me somehow and blast me away? Oh, wait, I know. You'll unlock a deep, dark power residing inside of you that is worse than mine, and it'll work well this one time, but in the next season, you'll be conflicted with it because it's dark or evil or something of the sort. How does that sound? Am I right?
Max remains quiet in the same position as the king belittles his grand moment. But Max smirks and looks up at the king. Oh, Max had something up his sleeve. I use stage props.
Huh?
Suddenly, a light dusting of debris falls on the king's shoulder. He looks at it and is confused, but then he looks up to see a set of stage lights about to fall, and the only thing that's holding them up is a rope. He then follows the rope to see that it was hidden in Max's hand. Max then tugs on the rope, causing the lights to fall and crash down onto the king.
Oh, crap.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. The stage lights crash down onto the king, effectively crushing him and ending his reign of terror. I think.
To think that a set of big-ass heavy stage lights were his one weakness, but alas,
He is done. The king has fallen, and Max and his group have emerged victorious. And that is the end of episode 21, folks. My throat is killing me. Good night.